Oh, welcome back to Developer and Aircraft series. So, what was it? Yesterday we did the tail section. So we didn't get around to finishing it. We still got the wings to do, but that's fine. We can do that today. Uh, After we've done that, we'll start on the engine nacelles. There's a trick to it. Well, I feel there's a trick to it anyway. Uh, we also got to fix this wing because it's before we do anything to it, because it's just, you got this big horrible gap and we can't have that. It's just not realistic. So anyway, if we load up the project to where it was, so depending on if you're doing the same aircraft or not, so this is what you should be near enough looking at. So we'll just get cracking. Okay, so we'll start with our tail wing. And if you remember, it's the modifiers on your right hand side on your toolbar, and we want to add subdivision and 2. Tab to edit mode, and all we're going to do is essentially straighten this all out with loop cuts. So if we do 1 first, and there, and again on this side. This can go inside because it's that one goes straight down. This can be, if you have a little bit of a gap, it gives that little bit of indentation. And then A, Control R to do another one. This one again, we don't want to go too far forward because we want to maintain the curve. That we have with it. See how that looks. Yep, just the other side to do now. These are your straight up and down loop cuts. So again, not all the way. And last but not least, that one, and we can do that one all the way in. Awesome. So if you press Tab and then A to unselect, we have a more shapy part we want. Now the last thing to do is Tab into edit mode, is along this section here, just to bring it out a bit. So move your mouse about till you get the one you want. Select, unselect, select the vertices you wish to manipulate. So it's these ones and that one. It's probably easier to go into wireframe mode just to make sure that you've got them all. See, we are missing one. If I zoom in, you can see it just there. So we click that one. Back out and just push it out a little bit, just like that. There will do nicely. That will give it its proper curve, because it's on the real aircraft you have boots on here as well, you know, for the anti-ice. So we do. So yeah, I'm happy with what we've got here so far. Okay, so we can apply that. Make sure I applied these. Yeah, we did. Okay. Now we're going to work on the actual bit that will become animated. It's just exactly the same process. So modifiers, subdivision, 2 should do it nicely. Into edit mode, unselect it all, and then if we do these ones first, so all the way in, and then all the way in. Don't do it all the way because you still want the curve. That's that, and then horizontal. or vertical, depending on what way you look at it. Not all the way in again. Do the same. About there. So that looks lovely. And then do the same on this one. And again, not all the way in because you want the indentation. And we do the same for the other side, but not all the way. And then just do the same on this side. And then I think it's this. No, nope. And then this one. And then to have this matching, we will do the control loop on the side. So if we go control R, perfect. Select it there. And we want that one, 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 and that one. And then it's a nice view so we can see what we're doing and just pull it out. Probably go out a little bit more. Yes, I'm happy with that. So we can apply that. That's our tail done. So it looks a lot more realistic now. It looks more like, well, apart from the back, we need to fix the back. Let me see. I made my own mistake. Because I've applied it, and now I have all these vertices to worry about. So it's actually good that I've done this, because then I can, if you've done that, just go back to that. And we'll have to reapply the modifiers, but apart from that, the little bits like this change here we won't have to worry about. So if we just reapply the modifier, go to tab, and do it as 2. We don't have to do all the other bits again because we've done it. And just select the correct vertices now that we want to manipulate, just to smooth off, tighten the angle. We'll select them, and we'll select them. Make sure it's just them that we've selected. It is. I won't see them, so I have to go into this view, wireframe mode, and this is a tricky bit. There we go. No, there's another one there. And there's another one there. And another one there. There we go. When it looks like that, when you've got this shaded in part, you know you've got them all. So you do. That's the whole thing. Right, so do I want these ones as well? I will actually, yes. That will only crease in these bits, but we also need to crease in these bits. So we can just select all them, and then we can go back into, and then scale on the Z axis, bring your mouse in. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be exact. People ain't gonna be staring at this all the time. You get your ones that are like, oh, let's have a look at every nook and cranny and make sure everything's perfect. You're not gonna get everything perfect, especially if this is your first time doing this. So anyway, we've done that. Now we're going to turn our attention to these wings. Okay, as you can see, there's a big gap, a hole in the model. I'm not sure what happened there, but it's easy enough to fix. If you right click on it, hit tab, excuse me, to go into edit mode, and I think I know what happened actually. Yeah. Let me see. What now? You can see that this aileron is in the way. So what you do is you go along here and you find your two, and you see this, the two that you want to look at. The little eyeball removes them, hides them from view, and that's essentially what you need to do. Now, I think I know what happened with this. When we were extruding, it didn't extrude it all, essentially, and yeah, it's a pain. So let me see. If we go to bottom view, you can get a better idea. There's no vertice here to enable this to be able to be dragged out. I find the best way of solving this problem without deleting any vertices and redoing it, you're best to go K, get it there, do that, press N. No, wait, it didn't work. There we go. Get it on the line that you want to cut, which is, and it will show up as green. Click once, press enter, and it's not adding in a vertice. Right, I'm just going to pause the video for a second. Okay, I was doing it wrong. It's, you got to go click, W, subdivide, and it will put a vertice right in the middle. If you go, what was it, Control W, I think? Let's check, I've got it up here. It's Shift V, sorry. Shift V, and you can move your vertices about. But it's not that one, it's that one we want to do. So Shift V, and we'll put it there. That's where we want it, which is lovely. Excuse me. Right, now the next thing we've got to do is select these two vertices, and you want to extrude on the x-axis to there. Select that bad boy, line them up with the other one. There we go. And then that allows us to do the next trick. Select these two vertices and hit F, and that will create an edge. Select these two vertices, press F, and that gives you another edge. Now, if you select 1, 2, 3, 4, and F, it gives you a face. So we'll rinse and repeat for this side. That'll give us another face, and so we'll just basically hide the big hole. So we've done it on that one. Now we're just going to do it on this one. So select, preferably the correct vertices. W, subdivide, go into bottom view with Control and 7. Select just the vertex you want. Shift V, and move it down to there. Select the other two the other vertices. It's just them two selected. Extrude on the X to there. Move that one down so it's on the same place as the next one, and that's that fixed. And then it's just putting in the faces again. And it's 1, 2, F, A, 1, 2, F, A, and then just put in the faces. So select these 4, holding down Shift and right clicking on each individual one, press F. Do the same for this one, F, and do the same for this one. Okay, brilliant. And then we can put our friends back in. And I just realised that they're not the same width as the other wing. But again, that's easy fixed. Just scale on the Z and just bigger. Move it down so it's in the correct place. And then if you want to double check, you can go into wireframe mode. So we're just a little bit off. And we're just a little bit too small, so there. Back up a smidge. There we go. So yeah, you'll find that you'll make. Well, I'm not gonna say you will. You might not. You might have a natural knack for this. Like I said when I started the video, I ain't a modeler. I'm a programmer. And if you're gonna do something, you may as well learn the whole process. All right. So anyway, but we fixed my mistake. It's no one else's mistake. It's mine. We're going to select this wing, then add a modifier to it. Just check, make sure everything is hunky-dory. And it is. So we'll give it a sub modifier of 2 to smooth it out. Tab to go into edit mode. And we're going to need loop cuts here, here, along the back, and along the front, and then the same here and here. It's exactly the same process as last time, so it's Control R, left click once, drag across. Don't go all the way because you want that the creases. Now this is one that is going to be a pain because we'll do it. We'll do these. Oh no, wait, hang on. Well, that didn't work. Oh, it did. We'll just escape that one. Because if we did a loop cut here just to fix this bit, we wouldn't be able to do one here. And if you can, it's just going to look messy. So do all the vertical ones first, I find is the best option. So we'll do that. Not all the way, because I want to show the crease. Do the same here. Okay, now we're ready to do the fronts and backs. So just select the whole wing. And I think about there would be nice for that one. Do the back. And then do that one. Awesome. Lovely, lovely. Right, now all we've got to do is get the correct shape of the back end of the wing. Everything's selected, so zoom in a bit, and then you go S, Z. Just do that. Just move it in a bit. Have a look, see what it looks like. Yeah, yeah, I'm alright with that. I've got a little bit of tidying up to do around here. Because if you notice, it gets a bit thicker and it thins out, and I'm not sure why it's done that. Subsurfing it too much doesn't seem to do anything. I'm gonna think it's something to do with the loop cuts we've done. Not sure how to fix that, if I'm honest. But then again, I'm only just it's just something I'm doing just for a bit of fun. Right, so if you can know how to fix it, by all means, crack on, get it done. We're going to press on, and we're going to do the ailerons. View 2 is satisfactory, and then again, just not all the way because we want to keep the crease lines. and the curvatures. And then scale. Oh, no, scale. The Z-axis. Bring it in so it roughly matches. Okay, so that's fine. Just gotta maneuver it a little bit just to get it flush. As you can see, we've got this here. Best way to edit it was to put a loop cut in here, and then that'll tighten that up. But I forgot about it and didn't do it. So, I mean, it's easy enough done. You just go back and do it, which I'm actually going to do. So if we go Control Z, if it will let me go back all the way, which it did. I believe. Let's see. Yep. Right, move that bad boy out of the way. It's still got its subsurface modifier, so if you go Control R and do that, and do the same on this one, it'll tighten it up for you. And I don't know why, but we didn't. Oh, okay. I think I know why. If we select these bad boys and these bad boys and these ones and these ones, and then scale on the Z-axis, we could bring it in. And I think that is not right. It's not. I didn't select all the vertices in here. There we go, now we did. Bring it in. Oh, no, we don't need to do that here. Why am I doing that? For some reason it's not being... It's not being... I'm not sure why, but it's not being... subdivisions by correctly, but we've sort of tidied that problem. So if we come over here and do the same on this one, so move him out of the way. This one isn't so bad, but we'll just tie it up anyway. And then put him back. And then all you have to do is I'll just apply that. I'll figure out a fix for that later, or if someone knows why, let me know. I'm always learning. It's just the way of the game. It's the name of the game. All right. So we're gonna subsurf these. Keep my angling. That. Do the same with this one. Try to do that one. And I think I'll leave it like that. All I do is move it in a little bit. Not too much. Move forward just a smidge. And then it's just a matter of matching the other ailerons. Wrong key. I want to go into wireframe mode because there's a little vertex in there which I didn't get. So we go back out of wireframe mode. Scale on the Z, bring her in. And that's that. So the wings are starting to look like wings. It's starting to look like an aircraft now, and we can apply that. I'm happy enough with that. Close that. Add a modifier to this. Again, 2. And just rinse and repeat. Do that one. And then just to we get them all, so we got them all that time, so you don't have to worry about doing this vertice mode. Squeeze. And that's the next one done, so we can apply that. That's brilliant. Now we've done this. The next thing to do is your details. We're going to start detailing, and once we've done that, we will work on the cockpit windows, doors, cargo and rear, blades, which is a bit of a nuisance, the wheels, and then we can continue on from there. Right, so what I want to do is we want to start a new file. First, before we do that, save this one, because we're going to come back to it, or even still run another Blender, run a second Blender program. Okay, so click anywhere, delete, 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 bring up this, go into that, change it to metric, and background image, add image. Now you remember that engine we got? So if we go into right orthographic, we go to, let me see, where is it? References, engine, there we go. We've got the nice view of the engine. So what I was thinking of doing was using this to get the side and the overall shape of the engine, and then we'll port it over to our main model. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First we need to get size. I don't know what size, so we'll go with 45 meters. Put the 3D cursor there, Shift A. Now, it's more of a cylinder of some sort. A cylinder, and then there's another little like cylinder shape here. I'm no good at this, just to let you know now. Rotate on the X-axis by 90 degrees. Go into wireframe mode and edit mode. Yeah. Okay, no, actually, we need to pick a point to start from. So I'm thinking of starting from the engine itself, the front of the engine, before we get to the propeller. So I just need to scale it down, roughly, and get it aligned. We'll scale it down to that size there, just like that, and then scale on the y-axis as well, get it nice and thin, and there's a reason for that. And go into edit mode now, in wireframe mode, by pressing Z key. There we go. B, select these vertices. extrude on the y-axis just a smidge. Or you could actually go the whole way if you wanted. So this is a bit of a guesswork now. So it comes up like that to the wing. We'll say about there. And just added loop cuts now. To do it the way I just did, you just don't click anything when you get to the purple bit, and use your mouse wheel to add in as many vertices as you want. The more vertices you put in, the more detailed it is. So I'm going to go with one. I'm going to go with these ones here. So they are selected. And again, I just click down the left edge. It's like this. Press A. Right, the fun bit. Getting this to look like it. So again, select the vertices you want. Scale on the Z axis. And you just do a little bit at a time. So what I was thinking of doing was, if I scale that down to something like that, I want it to match there. So scale up. Not too far up there. Select these vertices. I'm going to move them in a bit. And we'll scale there as well. There maybe. I'm not sure about this actually. No, because I need it to be a circle. Well, if we need to add more loop cuts, we always can. So do the same with that one, and this one. Let's get the general engine shape going. Then we could tinker with it then. Let's go on Z. So that goes into the wing. So I want to scale it down, I think. Yeah, that's alright. And do the same with this one. So we've done that. How are we going to do this? That's the next question. So we've got our basic. Oh, hello. What happened there? Let's just there we go. We'll go back into that one. Go back into our right view. Scale Z. There we go. That should be better. So it's better just to go back instead of trying to fix it, because you're just going to create a headache for yourself, and you don't want to do that. Right, there we go. Right, so there's our start of our engine. It's a bit on the flat side, but there's not much we can do about it really. This bit here we can sort of fix, especially as I don't have a top-down view or a decent one of the engines. Oh no, I do actually, don't I? Right, there we go. So that's the start, should we say, of the shape. We're just got to figure out how to do this bit, because I mean we could try it with another cylinder. So rotate that X90, go into wireframe mode, Scale all the way down. Stick it there. Back up a bit. Scale on the Y. Ooh, don't want to. Edit mode. A. B. Extrude on the Y to about there. It cuts. Just like that. Alright, now. I want to move that one to about there. That one there. So these ones go on Z until it goes in a bit. Oh, Control Z. I forgot to deselect, so now sort of has to blend in a wee bit with this one. How do I accomplish that? So you can't do a simple extrude because it doesn't work. See, this gets tricky. So it does. This bit is easy enough. You just do that. Stick it up there. Like that. Do the same with that. Scale on the Z. Smooth it in. And repeat. And then that's the silk connect. I mean, it'd help if I was pressing the right buttons, wouldn't it? That's the air intake. I mean, for the purpose of the video, we could just leave it like that, and if anybody can do a better job than me, then by all means, go ahead. I want to join these with Control J, press A, and we'll save as, and we'll save it into this backup as engine. We can now I did save it. Maybe I didn't. There we go. Now it's saved. You can now close this. So we've done what we've wanted. Another thing to note: every time you start your Blender, it's always a good idea to initialize your toolset straight away. This data is all saved for you. It just means that you can access the P3D stuff without any bother. Right, so we want to import, no, append, sorry, the engine. Go into Object, Cylinder, and click. So there's our engine. Now, if it's a bit big, obviously, we modelled it bigger. Go into wireframe mode. Then we can just do a simple scale down. Move it into position so it goes there. And we want to scale on the x-axis to make it bigger. And then it's just a matter of tinkering with it until it looks like what it's going to look like. The problem with this view, obviously, even if we hide the wing, you don't see what's meant to be going on. So if we bring this bad boy down, move it back to about there, and then that's one engine in. We still got to tinker with it. To take, for example, this has to be round, so we'll have to edit that. You can do all this with the other file. So you can. So this X, let's make it round, and then we want to do the same with this back bit, this exhaust at the back. And if I remember from the images, you go into free. These bits are inside the wing, they don't actually show up, if you know what I mean. So really select everything. I just sort of like just move around with it, just to get it where you want it. That'll do for me for now. So you'll have your prop blade there. We need to rename it, obviously, so we'll call this the left engine. Left engine. If you guys can model better, do it. If you're willing to share, then by all means, I'm happy to give it a go. So we've got 2 engines in now, so we take out left and type in right, and we can delete that. That's the right engine. So it's starting to look like an airplane. We'll leave it here now, and what we'll do next time is we'll subsurf this to get it looking pretty. Add in the aerodynamics for the top of the wing, and we'll also do the bottom part. Then it's the wheels, and then the windows, and then we subsurf the final body, and then we sort all this mess out. Or we can sort out that mess next time, before we continue on, because I need to start showing you how to do that. So it looks like a lot's not been completed, but it really has. It just takes its time to get to this stage. Obviously, this is like my X number of models, so I'm slowly getting better each time I do a new model. Yeah, so we'll leave it here, and I will see you next time, probably tomorrow. Hope you had a good Halloween, and you didn't eat too many sweets or drink too much beer. I'll see you later. Have a nice day.